National Portrait Gallery, and our question is to figure out 5 reasons why the mind of an artist is essential to the success of organizations as they seek to innovate and connect with employees and other stakeholders. I think the mind of an artist is important because the mind of an artist is the mind of a person who's very creative, and you need to be creative to innovate.
Mind of an artist is important because they create new and compelling things that can relate to the customer.
The mind of an artist is important because their work is a reflection of the culture from which they come.
The innovators are basically from their own experiences, and this is how they create art, which is what innovators do.
Artists and innovators create new things that are meaningful to a large amount of people.
In this next section, we were tasked with finding insights from at least 5 portraits and personal stories from the 20th Century Americas exhibit that provide real insight into what it takes to do something remarkable.
So I'm here with the portrait of Jonas Salk, and he was actually the inventor of the polio vaccine. He was an innovator in his day, and I think one thing that's really interesting about him is that he did not patent the vaccine actually, and he said, quote, "Could you patent the sun?" And I thought that was very interesting. I thought I gained a lot of insight from his philosophies.
John Updike was an American author who took the novel out of the city and for the first time captured the suburban and middle-class American values.
In the 60s, the Martin Agency was creating as a commercial firm, and this was one of the paintings that was hanging inside the building, and it was hanging because it was very colorful, that showed the bright, colorful ideas of the leaders of the company.
Legendary cellist Pablo Casals pushed the limits of equal temperament tuning by using techniques he referred to as expressive tuning. His work influenced a lot of string players following.
This is a portrait of William de Kooning, and celebrating his achievement of abstract painting. And it really shows that to be a really great innovator, you have to be really playful and creative in what you do with your own experiences, which is shown through this portrait where the terrace and 3D pops out.
What do you think?
Pretty sweet. 15-second video.
Yeah.
So we're here at Tesla Motors. We in DC. Our task was to A, figure out what makes this car and venture so remarkable, and B, get a clear understanding of how people, culture, and technology fit into the equation. This is clearly a very remarkable company. We were just talking to a sales rep for about 15 minutes, and the culture here is completely different than that of a traditional dealership. The sales reps here actually are typical younger and more technological folks people. They're undergrads or they've recently graduated undergrad within the last 2 years, and they don't work on commission actually, so they're not really pushing sales here. It's more of a showroom to show off the technology. What they're trying to do is show a culture where we could have electric cars be our main form of transport, and they're trying to show off how their technology is very remarkable and innovative.
Our question at Tesla Motors is to find at least 5 lessons from their launch that can be applied to any company or organization's greater success. And the biggest one for me is that they prioritize education and passion for their brand over sales.
If you're launching a new company, the retail space has to be interactive.
To be successful, you can't really pressure people to buy your items. You have to want them to come to you.
The experience of Tesla isn't really about buying the car, it's more about having fun and realizing and learning about electric cars in general. It's not all about sales. So that's what takes the pressure off of people and have fun.
We're at Sharpe eating lunch, and our first question is to figure out the most essential lessons that our choice can teach us about connecting with its market and being different than other food. And we chose Sharpe because it gives the customer more choice and lets you customize whatever you want.
The question is how these lessons could be used to enable almost any business or organization to strengthen its appeal to those it serves. Sharpe's options give its customers to be health conscious. Also, they advertise that almost all their ingredients are socially conscious, making the customer feel good about their purchase.
We're here at the Smithsonian National Museum of American History, and the first question we have to answer is find at least 5 big ideas or solutions that have changed life and work in a compelling way and that shed new light on the potential for innovation at your companies and organizations. And the first one we chose was the Dynatech cell phone, introduced by Motorola in 1969. And ever since then, as you can see over here, it's just taken off and gotten smaller and better.
The idea was fast food. I'm not sure it was a good thing for America and the rest of the world, but it certainly changed the way people eat.
So I'm here next to some transistors. These are great innovation because transistors used to be very large. Now we can fit 1.4 million transistors onto a very small chip.
In 1983, Robert Fairley genetically modified petunias to be resistant to certain herbicides, and this has allowed for us to create genetically modified foods to help different countries in poverty.
The radio was a huge innovation because it allowed consumers to have the news in their homes pretty much in real time so they could figure out everything that was going on.
So we're here at the National Museum of American History, and we need to answer the question, figure out the most important questions that leaders in any organization should commit to answering if they're serious about driving greater innovation. I think one of those questions is will our product help people?
Consumers use our products.
Company adapt to changing markets.
Feasible.
How can we improve and build upon this product?
We're at Whole Foods right now. We just talked to a customer service rep about the working experience here. She described an online application and a double interview process that Whole Foods used to find very diverse employees of different backgrounds and different ages. She described working at Whole Foods like being part of a big family.
I think something that makes Whole Foods very successful is how they push for organic foods. Everything in here has a higher price point, but is also healthier or has some sort of health benefit like that.
Your employees feel like family, and having a generally friendly environment can help you no matter what industry you're in.